Just real quick, if you blocked McDonald's and thought that they were going to stay blocked.
So I wanted to stitch onto this video because I understand their frustration, and they're mainly frustrated because they tried blocking McDonald's, and apparently McDonald's has paid to have themselves unblocked. I did a video explaining that I was going to block McDonald's and then see what happens. They're still blocked as far as this video, but I wanted to respond to a couple things this creator was talking about because I understand the frustration. And in their description, they have a line and it says, "I don't know why we're fighting so hard to keep this app instead of either finding or building something decentralized." And I wanted to address some of the things they said because they're valid and I understand the frustration, but there's problems. And that is, with it, they discuss no privacy at all, and no freedom from harassment. That's online. I've worked in IT for a number of years. I'm not saying it's right, but no expectation of privacy is a rule that you have to live by if you're going to have an online presence or do anything online. It is no expectation of privacy. I don't like it. I want to make that clear. I don't like it. I think there needs to be better regulation and better rules to anything online. But, right now, the best thing you can know is that there's no expectation of privacy. As far as why we're fighting for this app, it's the best we have right now. It is the best thing that we have at this point. And I think they kind of acknowledge that, but we can't say the things we say here and other places. Doesn't mean that this app isn't free from censorship or directing content. Like, a lot of my content gets suppressed that I feel should have a lot more views than it does. I'm not saying I'm the greatest content creator, but come on. Take a look at my videos and you tell me why some of that content that's out there that's hot button topics or just is popular tag-wise is not getting views. Don't know why. It's the algorithm of this app. It's the way that it is controlled. Every app is going to have that. Every online platform is going to be controlled to that degree. Moving on to why aren't we finding or building something decentralized? Well, there's nothing to find. There's nothing to find. It doesn't exist. You're not going to find anything. You can't say a lot of things on any of these platforms. It's not a lot. I think that this app does good at letting people speak out that normally be suppressed on other platforms, but it's not perfect, and you're not going to find anything. And why aren't we building it? Well, that is the other problem. Let's say all of you collectively, everyone, gave me investment funds. You guys gave me millions of dollars to go create a platform like this one. Okay? The main issue is that it won't work. There would be no way that I could run that business, because it would have to be a business. There's no way I could run that business without the government influencing it. There's no way. Even if I made a promise to all of you to say, I will never censor your videos, I don't have that option if the federal government comes at me with a warrant or something else saying they're going to shut me down because I don't like what I'm doing. That is the problem. The corruption in this country, United States, is so high and knows no bounds. If it knew any bounds, it wouldn't be going after TikTok. But that's why you can't build it. We're not going to be able to build a decentralized app. It's not going to happen. It has to be hosted in some country. And even in countries where the United States would seemingly have no reach, they still do. If you don't believe that, then you should really look into what happened to the people who ran the Pirate Bay. Look into what happened to the servers. Even though they weren't in America and everything, you should see what happens. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you got to host your hardware someplace to store all this. The cloud is still hardware based. It's still located someplace. And as long as that is the case and will always be, a nation is always either going to take a bribe to do what the United States wants or any other government wants, or out of fear of being persecuted or cut off from the world for financial reasons, they're going to give in. There's no place that's going to protect your freedom that much. There's none. As it is, we have to put our faith into VPNs to protect our traffic if we don't want things snooped on. And even that is becoming kind of shaky. That's a whole nother topic at a time. But, I feel for this content creator. And so many people I have suffered silently for years asking similar questions like, what are we doing? Where is our freedom of speech? And coupled to this now, how it was passed that basically wiretapping on U.S. citizens is okay, but not for government officials. Really ridiculous. So I hope that answers some of the questions, and I am directing this towards the content creator really in a sympathetic way. I feel for you. I do. I wish that it was different. I wish we had better options, but we really don't. We're stuck where we're at. And the only reason that TikTok works better isn't because, TikTok wants us to be free. It's that they know they can thumb their nose at the United States government and it's going to make TikTok money. And that's it. If this platform suddenly stopped making money, you would see a lot of the freedoms revoked. As it is, with the McDonald's thing you mentioned, they want that money, so they're going to take it. Now, I blocked them and have had them blocked. That block hasn't been removed yet. We'll see what happens. I'm monitoring it. As soon as it gets unblocked, I will send a message out. I don't know if that's going to be something that's going to be repaid up by corporations or not. I don't even know if that's the case. I haven't seen any proof of that. I have not seen any proof. So if anybody can provide proof that McDonald's paid to have their stuff unblocked, let me know. But anyway, this video is long enough for now. I appreciate the content from this creator. And their tag will be in the description of this because I'm stitching their video. And you can go check out their content. I encourage you to do so. And if you have any questions for me, guys, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be glad to answer those.